We're ready. Today, Harold and I decided that we're just going to do just a sit and talk to you today. When I have done my...
That's what she does best.
That's the truth. I talk better than I cook. But we've had some comments about the porch talks that y'all enjoy those, and I told Harold, I said, well, let's just talk today and tell you just a little bit that you may not know, and then we'll let you see how you like those, because I'm still going to share recipes, you know, during the weeks, but one day every now and then you may just want to hear about us.
Well, I'll start. I know we don't look like it, but Mama Sue and I will be married 50 years in about a week. 50 years from...
In a month.
About a month, I'm sorry.
In a month. June the 17th.
1972.
That's right. And, you know, we're blessed. I'm not going to say that for 50 years there was never a bump in the road, because that wouldn't be the truth. I'm telling you, and if any of you...
Most of the bumps were caused by me.
No, well, maybe
so. Yeah.
Maybe so. Not really. But I think that you have to realize that nobody's perfect except God. I mean, Jesus was the only one that walked on this earth that's perfect. And during the years, you know, that you're married, and maybe you're just starting out a marriage, and you think, oh, this is not what I signed up for. Well, let me tell you, there's problems everywhere.
What did the preacher say at church? In sickness and in health.
Yeah.
In good times and in bad times.
That's right. And we have weathered the storms in the good and the bad. And the past year, Harold's weathered it in sickness and in health. Y'all, he took such good care of me when I really couldn't. And I appreciate that so much. But so many of you have messaged me wanting to know about baby Blake. Harold and I, we're really blessed because we have 9 grandchildren. We have 2 children. Amy, who lives by us, has 3 boys. Keith, Zach, and Griffin. And Chris lives in Louisiana, and he has 6 children. He has
4 girls.
4 girls and 2 boys. And Amy and Sean, 2 of their children are adopted, and 2 of Chris and Amy's are adopted. And you know what? There's no difference.
That's right.
We love them just the same.
That's right.
But Blake was born in 2020, in October of 2020. And he was not due until December the 23rd. But they realized that there was a problem.
Realized before he was born that there was a problem.
They thought at first that he may have Down syndrome. Well, they realized that wasn't it. They just were not sure until at the very end, before he was born, and he had to come early because our precious daughter-in-law's blood pressure went extremely high, and the doctor said in order to save her, we're going to have to take the baby. And so on October 10th, Blake was born, and he was the tiniest little thing. But that was not, I mean, being premature was one thing, but they diagnosed him with a very rare chromosomal disorder called mosaic trisomy 22. Now, trisomy 22 itself it's not compatible with life.
Right.
Those who have trisomy 22 usually die before birth or shortly thereafter. But the mosaic,
whatever that means
that there's good chromosomes and there's some that's affected. And it's totally different with each one. The doctors, all of the doctors that Blake has had in Louisiana have never treated anyone with this condition.
We've heard different numbers on the rarity of the disease or the condition. And some is like 23 in history. We heard that one time, but you hear different. But just we know that it is very, very rare. So rare that we haven't encountered a doctor yet who had hands-on experience with it. They all have to research and try to find out just as they're going through the process of dealing with Blake.
Yes, and the thing about it is almost 90-something% of the ones who they do know have it have a heart condition. Blake does not have a heart condition. He was born with only one kidney. Many of them have a cleft palate. He has a cleft palate, but not a cleft lip. His ears did not develop, his earlobes. He has one ear that looks almost like that it's developed, and the other one is not, but there's no openings. And at first they said he could not hear. Y'all, he can hear. I mean, I watch his mom and daddy talk to him, and he responds, and they have done tests, and they show that he has ear canals, so later on he can. But the latest on Blake, his lungs were so immature, and with the cleft palate, he has to have a feeding tube until they can repair that. And he has aspirated so many times with reflux until he kept pneumonia. So they, about 6 weeks ago, they said he will thrive if we do a trach. And they went in, they did the trach, but he had some complications from other things in the hospital and had to stay there for 48 days. But we're here to tell you that Blake is doing great. He's home now.
Been home for just over a week.
Mm-hmm. And we're so excited because my health right now is where we can go. We couldn't go at all from the time from August through December when I was taking the bad chemo, but now we can go, and we plan to go once a month and stay a week just to help. You know, if it's nothing but getting the other kids to school or ball.
Yeah, four of the kids are still at home. We'll have a senior next year in high school, a ninth grader, and two more besides Blake, and they all have to be somewhere every day. If it's not softball, it's volleyball or cheerleading or dance or working at the snow cone.
Yes,
yeah, whatever.
That's right.
So just to be somebody to be there to help, somebody to be there to maybe even stay with Blake at a time when when he's doing well, and we can understand how to deal with all of his little situations, to give them just a minute or two
to go out to eat.
Right, just to relax and not have to be on call 24/7.
But we couldn't be prouder of them. That their faith is just amazing. You know, when we were there the last time, Amy asked us, had we heard this song? And if you have not heard it, we had not heard it at that time. But it is by
In Jesus' Name by Katie
Nicole.
Katie Nicole, in Jesus' name. And Amy said that oftentimes when she's walking, she'll have her earbuds in, and that's the song she likes to listen to.
It's amazing.
You when you hear it, you'll see how it addresses their situation.
That's right. But y'all have prayed with us for Blake since his birth. And if you're new here, you can go back and you can see that I was always asking for prayers. And I believe that we're going to see great things. We've already seen great things from his life. And we don't want to make this a long talk. We'll try to talk occasionally along with you, but even when we're at Chris's, we're gonna have cooking going on. We have to eat when we're down there too.
That's right.
That's right. But I do want to tell you, y'all sweet too.
I'm not a straw guy. This straw is not for me really. So I'll really take that out and take the top off mine and drink straight out of the glass. That's the way I do sweet tea right there.
But Harold and I had never heard of this brand of tea.
Well, they weren't in existence. Haven't been in existence that long.
No, but we live in Alabama, and Y'all Sweet Tea is a company in Hayden, Alabama.
Just north of Birmingham.
Yes. They sent us some tea, and I'm going to tell you. What do you think about it?
It's as good as or better than any I've ever had. We introduced my sister-in-law to it. They were down here, and she commented. We didn't say, I want you to try this tea. After we had eaten dinner, she said, that's the best iced tea I've ever had.
Yeah.
So we gave her some, and then we were on the road somewhere the other day. Sue got a phone call, and it was my sister-in-law. She said, hey, have you got any more of that tea? So we're going to have to round her up some more. You can find it at some of the Piggly Wigglies in Alabama are carrying it now in other places. If you can't find it,
Amazon has it, and
Yeah.
I will, if you'll go to my website, MamaSueSouthernKitchen.com, and go to my favorite things and Amazon, and you can purchase it there. But I will put a link.
I don't know how good it would be if you don't sweeten it. I know sweet tea is a southern thing, and sometimes you have to ask for sweet tea excuse me, at a restaurant. But if you don't drink sweet tea and you drink tea, try it. Yeah. It would be worth the try just to see if it's that much better as just unsweetened tea. Okay.
Yeah, and when I say Y'all Sweet Tea, that's the name of the company, and they do have these services. Harold's is the big one, and mine is smaller. But that's the name of it. I've had many people say, I can't drink sweet tea. It's not sweet until you put the sugar in it. But anyway, thank you so much for listening to us ramble today. And thank you for praying for me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for praying for Blake. And continue to pray for him and his mom and daddy and brother and sisters, because their whole life has changed. But they never complain, because Blake's here for a purpose.
Right.
And when we go back down there, I'm going to video me with him. And you'll be able to just see he's growing now. And we just couldn't be happier to have him. But I just want you to know that you need to be salt and light. You let others see Jesus. I mean, I'm going to tell everybody I can how much he has blessed our family, and I thank him every day for it.
We love you, and we love you guys for supporting us and supporting the things that we support. Thank you.